Want to make more money with Airbnb? The difference between a fully booked short-term rental and one that sits empty is all in having the best Airbnb amenities. Today, we're showing you the exact game-changing amenities that increase bookings, boost occupancy, and make your listing stand out.
A lot of Airbnb investors ask us how to create that standout, high-performing property. We get it. The Airbnb game has gotten tougher. But here's the truth. Properties with the right amenities generate real revenue and higher returns. So what exactly are those key amenities? Sure, location and pricing matter, but if you really want your property to outperform the competition, amenities are your secret weapon. If you're doing all the right things and you have amenities that are different than other people, then you're going to have a great outcome with your investment. Today, we're walking you through the top amenities guests love and exactly how to match them perfectly to your property.
Hey guys, it's Mark with Epic Outcomes by eXp. Kelly and I are the Epic Outcomes team here. We are STR specialists. Right now, we're at a property that's actually about a little over 25 minutes outside of downtown Gatlinburg, about 35 minutes from Pigeon Forge. And a lot of people would say, that might be too far away. Well, let me tell you, this place stays packed all the time, and you're about to see why.
Come on, let's go see.
This Airbnb sleeps up to 18 people, so we said we can't just put a regular hot tub in this Airbnb. It needs to be bigger. One of the things that we did was we put a mega spa.
This beautiful Tradewind spa actually seats 10 to 12. It is the same size. It's almost 2 complete units pushed together, and that creates quite the party.
If you're running an STR at this level, you have to think about what makes your place different. A large hot tub isn't just a luxury, it increases your booking rate.
Take advantage of your outdoor space. We have used this area, so not only do you have a beautiful hot tub, but you have a great view of this rock formation that we have back here, spreading on up the hill. Then we've wrapped around with this patio deck. You have multiple places for people to get outside and eat together, but they're also able to get away from one another. So not only do we have the rear of the house set up for you to enjoy, but the front has seating for close to 10. So if you have a large party who all want to get out here and enjoy and chat, or maybe not chat at all, they all just want to come enjoy their coffee, you've got this beautiful setup. And on top of that, it takes advantage of this incredible view.
It's huge. It wraps around the whole property, and we provide enough seating for the whole entire party. I feel like one of the top amenities, if you can get it, is a view.
One of the other things, and you can't see it right now, but that is important, is your grounds lighting. Do what you can to keep the grounds lit up at night, especially driveways and approaches. This one actually has custom lighting all the way up the driveway. It looks like an airplane runway at night. It's fantastic. It's not so bright that it's ever going to bother anybody, but I can tell you we've never had anyone worry about coming in late at night.
Another top amenity here in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge is a fire pit. A fire pit and a grill. We get asked about these items all of the time.
We built this last year. We just had a slope running down with the driveway. What we did is we came back in, refilled, built a retaining wall, brought it up, and took advantage of this amazing view. One of the things that's really important is to make sure that you take advantage of your views. And this custom fire pit area that we built absolutely does that.
This is a big property, so we wanted to have ample amount of seating. It's important that you create gathering spots around your property. Give people something to do when they're here.
I'm gonna spin around and show you this. This is not something that you think of as amenity, but when you're shopping for an Airbnb, one of the things you gotta do is you gotta have parking. And I can tell you there are areas in Gatlinburg where we are immediately turned away with clients because the parking situation is terrible. You can't advertise you're sleeping 8 people and barely be able to get 3 mopeds in the driveway, much less a driveway that people can't traverse. So when you're shopping for something, know what the approach is like, know what people are gonna have to do to get there, and also know where they're gonna put their vehicles. Again, make sure you have adequate parking and that it's spacious enough for people to get in and out. One of the worst things you can do is have a great house and then people have a bad memory of either getting their doors dinged or, God bless, somebody actually pulling off the road and getting wedged and having to be pulled up by a tow truck, because we have seen that happen and that is a bad outcome. Let's go inside. So this is the primary living room, the kitchen, and the dining area. As you can see, it's got great flow. When you can work with great flow like this, it makes a difference.
The design of the Airbnb is so important. When you're designing an Airbnb, you have to think, what is it going to look like in pictures? What's going to make it stand out? Now for this level Airbnb, we did get an interior designer to design it, but you can also design it yourself.
One of the other things that we suggest is don't necessarily lean into the thematic things of the Smokies. Every other cabin has 37 bears and a bear print and a bear on a bicycle and a bear taking a bath. Maybe go with something that feels a little more luxury, like some custom artwork. Don't be afraid to step out of the realm of what everybody else is doing and make your place stand out, because that's exactly what will happen when you do that. In your kitchen, it's really important. If you're going to invite people to come and stay with you 4, 5, 6 days at a time, make it a place that they want to be.
One of your biggest bookings of the year will be Thanksgiving, and you want to make sure that your kitchen is outfitted correctly. Lots of counter space. We have high-end countertops, really good stainless steel appliances. Your coffee bar is so important as well. We also make sure that they have everything they need, all of the cooking utensils. You also want to make sure that you have good quality pots for someone to cook a Thanksgiving meal with as well.
Don't be afraid to make sure that you are adding every type of amenity they could want in here. You name it, we've put it in here. Why? Because you don't know what your guest is going to want to do. They may want to eat out for 5 nights in a row. I'm betting they don't. Most people that we see come to the Smokies unpack their bags, and then the next thing that comes in is a 96-quart cooler. So be ready to give them the opportunity to have the experience that they would have in their home. Give them a well-outfitted kitchen. Guys, if you're enjoying this and you think that this is the type of thing that you want to know more about, reach out to us. Like, subscribe, follow us on the different social media platforms. Definitely give us a call. Numbers at the bottom. You can also hit us up on the website at epicoutcomes.com. If you wonder what our portfolio looks like and what we do with most of our cabins, check out epicvacationproperties.com, where we have a direct booking site. If you're interested in coming to stay with us and maybe learn a little bit more while you're here, set an appointment and then book with us. You're going to save about 20% by not having to pay those Airbnb and VRBO fees.
Another thing that's very important is to have enough seating for your guests. So you want to make sure if you have a large party that you have a large table to seat all of your guests with.
One of the things that I am very big on, and a lot of people don't take the time to do this. I can't tell you how many cabins that we go into and there's the plain plastic shower insert. It is not wildly expensive to come back and do this, especially if you're not dealing with a huge property. Do a custom shower. This beautiful tiled shower, and there's 4 of them in this place. We put custom shower, dual heads in, glass. Honestly, these are showstoppers, and this is the type of thing that brings people in and makes them want to stay with you. The other thing is, again, make sure you've got really nice vanities, good countertops. These are not all that expensive, folks. It doesn't take a ton to put this type of stuff in, but it makes a real difference in your pictures, and it absolutely makes a difference when they stay. This is also a gathering spot where we know people are going to come around. They're going to want to relax. They're going to want to enjoy themselves. They're going to watch TV. They're going to want to hang out in the kitchen. A lot of people come up here though, and they want to relax. They want to have a beverage. Stock for them. Give them a bar set. In fact, give them all the barware they could possibly want. I highly suggest going with acrylics, as real glass can become a real problem.
And one thing that's so important is to have smart TVs and big TVs. Our suggestion is to get as big of a TV you can fit in the living room. Another thing for all of the bedrooms, you want a TV in there as well.
This room is absolutely enormous. If you can't tell, These are 4-foot by 7-foot loungers. There's 2 of those. Those could honestly be considered a sleeping space. There's another 65-inch TV on the wall in here, and it looks tiny. We have custom art. We came in, had to put in sheetrock in here for sound balancing, and then all new lighting. It used to feel a little bit like a cave. Now it's light, it's bright, it's airy, people love it. Tons of room to move around, a place for people to truly relax and enjoy themselves. King size beds, absolute must. But just as important as the bed is, invest in mattresses that people are going to rave about. On top of that, layer it with linens. Make it look plush. When you have really plush beds that give people the kind of rest and relaxation that they don't normally get at home, then guess where they're going to want to be? At your place, not theirs. That's how you get return bookings time after time.
It's very important when you're on vacation to get a good night's sleep. And so we make sure that the sheets are very soft, not stained. They're also white. We give guests an extra blanket in case they need that. They get cold at night. Another special touch is we have noisemakers in the room, just in case they want to fall asleep to some waves or some music. Luggage racks are incredibly important for them to have a place to set their luggage, because one pro tip is you don't want the guests putting luggage on the bed and ruining all of the linen.
Make the master bathroom, when possible, pop. It's got a private vanity over here just for doing your makeup. Come on, guys, who doesn't love a good vanity mirror? Let's be honest. Double sinks, mirrors. This one even has custom light setups that allow you to not only run the functions in here, but to actually play music through the vent. How cool is that? Nothing like a little relaxing in the tub with a little Sinatra playing on the side.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
One of the things to take into consideration if you're going to have a big property is to have at least one more living room area. This is the loft. We've changed it into the living room. We have games as well for our guests, and this can turn into a sleeping space. It's a day bed.
One of the things that we like to do is make sure that every bedroom has its own feel. So while our linens are very similar throughout, so that we have them where they can be exchanged between rooms, because you do want to have some level of uniformity, it makes it more presentable. Each one has its own feel. Some of that is we do with the furniture, some of it's with the artwork. The other thing that we want to make sure is that we've given them adequate space to move around. So if you'll notice, this room, it's got some interesting angles to it, but what we've done is we've made sure we haven't put it in a position where they feel pinched or anything else, and we kept the bed low to the ground. Low to the ground makes it look like a very high ceiling. It actually is a high ceiling in here, but the fact of the matter is, this makes it easy to get in and out. It also gives a feeling of volume.
One extra touch that we've added is safety. We've put these strips along the stairs, but also we've gotten these lights from Amazon that will light up as you walk down, because you do have a lot of elderly guests that come, or kids that just run up and down the stairs, and you want to try and prevent anyone from falling. So safety first. And here is the big party pad. You have another large tabletop for seating, multiple places to sit.
It is a large oversized space with its own kitchenette, a full-size fridge, microwave, coffee bar, seating for 8. Actually, I guess you've really got seating for close to 14 down here, because we have a big poker table as well. Always look at a multi-use table as a great option. This one has a poker top on one side, you flip it over, and it's multi-use on the other. Plenty of seating for guests. Go oversized. You probably can't tell in this picture, that is an 80-inch TV. That's because this is a big space. What else do people like to do? Well, not every guest is all that talented musically, but a lot of people get together, they have a beverage or two, and the next thing you know, karaoke's on the brain. So we have an entire karaoke system in this. And let me tell you something, it gets used constantly. But when people aren't singing, they're probably over here playing Golden Tee or on the Marvel pinball machine. And thumbs up to Arcade 1-Up. These are great. They've got 10 different boards that rotate through. They're digital. They're fantastic. And at about $600 a shot, there's something you should be thinking about putting in your Airbnb. The other thing that we do is we pair sound bars with these big TVs. So when you're down here, you're not just watching TV, you're getting a theater experience. That's important because people are going to want to indulge. They want to feel like they're getting the best of everything.
We also have some darts. As you can see, it's well loved and well used. Follow me to the bunk room. Now, I think everyone's heard that saying, heads in beds. This is the definition of getting as many heads in beds as you can in a room. So we have a set of 1, 2, 3 bunk beds, and each has a double and then a single on top. So this room sleeps 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. So in essence, it's great for 9 kids.
In general, I'll tell you, you don't want to crowd your rooms. You want to make sure that you get a king size bed in there in most instances. Minimize the furniture to the stuff that's necessary. Go with an oversized TV. But most people who are coming to the Smokies are going to have family members. They're going to have kids with them. And those kids don't necessarily need the exact same size room, and a king bed is probably not the best outcome for them. Always get the big TV, make sure that you've got it set up for smart, and give them 1 or 2 options as well. We pay for Netflix, we pay for Hulu. That way they have plenty that they can indulge in. Let's step on down here. One of the things you want to make do with your bathrooms, give yourself adequate bright lighting. It is important to be able to see what you're doing. I've gone in so many bathrooms where folks did not take advantage of the opportunity to make it a light, bright, and inviting space. Give them vanity mirrors. Make sure that they've got a place to do makeup. Get the makeup towels. And more so than anything, give them plenty of linens to deal with. Because if you don't, and they end up having to use the same old dirty towel for 4 or 5 days in a row, guess what? Not a great outcome again. One of the other things that we like to do is make sure that we give each room its own feel. This one is our custom art room. I'll give it to my wife. She was the one who picked out the art, and here it has a very modern feel.
We always try and do a little something fun with the design. So people comment and they love this tree that lights up. It kind of makes things stand out, especially in pictures as well.
The other thing that you're going to want to think about is, where am I putting my TVs? Always get them mounted up off the wall, guys. This is important. If it can fall over, it will. Take that from us. We've had to replace too many TVs early on in our career. Always get them mounted to the wall when you can. Truly an important measure.
Let me show you another very important amenity. Especially if you're on vacation, you have a lot of kids, you're going to be staying for a while, you're going to want a washer and a dryer. And we like to get big washer and dryer so they can fit as much clothes as they want.
So guys, if y'all have enjoyed this and you feel like you want to know more, maybe you're ready to start looking for your next luxury property, maybe your first Airbnb, give us a call. Mark and Kelly Brewer, Epic Outcomes by EXP. We would be happy to sit down and spend some time sharing additional insight with you, but also helping you start that journey. So whether it's information on lenders, the process, returns, or just the overall experience of what it is to be an Airbnb host, we're here for you. Like, subscribe, give us a ring, reach out. We're looking forward to hearing from you.